Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Fueg and welcome back to a new video. So today I am back with some more Fortnite, and I actually have a better FPS tutorial for you guys. And for those who are wondering, yes, I did fix my Fortnite. It had to do with an update I recently added to my computer, and I simply removed the update, or reversed it you could say, because it messed up my games and my internet. But yeah guys, so without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so basically these tips I have for you will increase your FPS no matter the kind of computer you have. If you have a really bad computer that can barely run Fortnite, it might increase the FPS a little bit, but it will still increase it. And if you have a really good computer, it will increase it by maybe 100, or at least for me it did. So guys, the first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is go into your Fortnite settings here and put your settings like this. So you can put this at off, but I have this at medium. Just because it makes the game look a little smoother and I can run it. This, you can just lower it. It just makes the game look more blurry at the farther you lower it. But I have a good computer, so I can have it just like this. Have your VSync off, your motion blur certainly off, and show FPS. That doesn't affect anything. It just shows FPS in the corner right here. And in game, it shows it right up here where my mouse is. So yeah, and then have your FPS at unlimited. Or let's say you get a very low amount of FPS. Let's say you get around 25 to 30 FPS. Put your max FPS at 30, just because that way it's not pushing. Your computer isn't pushing itself, and it gets a steady frame rate. If you get around 60 FPS, you can do that. But if you get more than 60, just go ahead and put it at unlimited like this, and then you can click apply, and you should be set. This has to do with ping, but always make sure that your matchmaking region is at where you are closest to. So if you're in North America East, put it North America East. If you're at North America West, put it here. If you're in Europe, put it here. If you're at Oceania, that's like Australia and that kind of stuff, put it right there. If you're in Brazil or that region, put it here, and etc. Never put it at auto, because that can glitch out. So I'm actually in the US East, so I just put it here, and that should lower your ping as well. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to a couple more complicated tips. These have to do with your computer's actual settings. So if you don't want to tweak with your computer's settings, then that's fine, but these will help the most in game. So basically the first thing you're going to want to do is just make sure your game is open here and go to your task manager like this. And then once this loads up, go to details, and then just do F, and then these three will pop up. So you're going to want to find the Fortnite client. It will have these. It'll have the most numbers, and then K. So that's your actual game. So you're going to want to go ahead and right click that, set priority, and put high. And then do change priority. And then you can exit out. And then what happens there is that more of your computer is just being dedicated to Fortnite. So if you're recording, that might not be the best thing, but if you're just playing, it helps a lot, for me at least. And yeah, that should be good. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just exit out of my game here, because we don't need to have it open anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few more things you can do. So one more thing you can do is you can go into your search bar here and search power, and then choose the power plan, and then these should pop up. If this doesn't show, just go ahead and do this. Never have it on power saver, never have it on balanced. If you want to get high performance, do high performance. So your computer does work harder, and if you have a desktop computer like I do, your fans will be louder, but that's okay as long as they're not like an airplane, like they're super loud. Like if you can hear them through your headphones, that's probably not good. But if they are a lot louder than they should be, that's not too good. But if they're kind of louder than normal, that's totally fine. Just means your computer's working. But with me, at least, I get on balanced, I get around 150 FPS in game. With high performance, I get like 220 FPS in game, 220. So it's a pretty big difference, and it makes it smooth consistently for me. And then once you've clicked that, you can just go and exit out here. And that's one pretty helpful tip as well. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys one more tip. It's kind of two things, but you can put it in one. So what you're going to want to do is go down to this little Windows icon and right click and click run, and then search prefetch. Alright, and then click enter, And then if a little thing that comes up says you do not have access to this folder, just click continue, and then all these files will come up. So these are just kind of like junk files in your computer, and you might have a lot more files, but I delete these files almost every day, a lot actually. So just go ahead and do Control A, or if that doesn't work, then just select all the files, right click and click delete. Then if this pops up, you're going to want to go ahead and do this for all current items and click skip. Alright guys, and then you can do this one more time with a separate folder. Do %temp, %temp, and then you will get a big list of files. I do this a lot, so I don't have too many files, but you just click delete, and then same thing, do this with all current items, and then click skip. But yeah guys, so another thing you can also do is just hide your desktop icons. Make sure to delete these files, by the way, because otherwise they're still there, so just delete. But another thing you can do is if you have a lot of files on your desktop, that actually lowers your FPS a little bit, so you can do right click, view, and show desktop icons off, and then if you want to turn it back on, just right click, view, show desktop icons on, and that just hides it, and it makes your desktop look a little bit better too. Alright guys, so those are my tips for increasing FPS in Fortnite, and these tips should work if you have a really low end PC. You might have already done these things, because a lot of people with lower end PCs know these tips, but they are very basic tips, and if you did not know them, this should help out quite a bit. If it does, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your original frame rate and then your new frame rate, and basically show me the improvement. But if it doesn't work, let me know in the comments below, and that helps out too. But yeah guys, I hope this does work for you, and have a great day everyone. See you in the next video. Peace out.